Uniform 1 Kilo Alpha Echo calling and listening.
Right, okay, I think we're live. Play a little bit of radio tonight. It's Friday. It's coming up to 9 o'clock here in the UK. Let's have a quick look at what the bands are doing. So 40 meters.
Okay, good evening. Very beautiful signal in this moment in Northern Italy. This is Italy Kilo 3, Lima Yankee Papa. Italy Kilo 3, Lima Yankee Papa. Il nome è Ennio, Echo, Nancy, Italy Oscar. Your report is 10 dB over 9, QSL.
Mexico 2 Alpha Kazu, and yes, my new tower was installed in August last year. So
Massive signal.
new tower, Kazu,
Hey Ray.
is absolutely outstanding. You're so strong, Kazu. You're like a local.
Hey Alan, how you doing?
The report is 59 plus 30.
Just playing a little bit of radio Friday night.
30 over 9, a huge signal, Kazu-san. And you're always wonderfully strong here in Europe. I hear you all the time.
Massive signal.
We spoke was in February last year. So, but I hear you almost every day here on 40 meters. But there's always so many people calling you, Kazu. And just let the guys carry on. I've spoken to you many times in the past. No point in causing more QRM for you. But your signal is unbelievably loud here. Thank you very much, Kazu. Good evening from Spain. Good morning. Have a nice weekend. And I look forward to working you again a little bit more often than we have in the last year. Sayonara, arigato, Kazu. JH3NGD from EA5JZ.
This guy's clearly got a really good path to the Far East. I think this is a Japanese station he's working, and he was working another Japanese station a little while ago. Yeah, Japanese station. Can't pick out his call sign.
Okay, very good, Kazu-san. Well, thank you for the information. Your antenna is absolutely outstanding. 5 elements on this band. I'd love to have something like that here. I don't think my wife would be too happy, though, so I'm stuck with 3 elements, unfortunately, Kazu. Anyway, it's 10 p.m. here, and temperature only 5 or 6 degrees C. And keep up the good work, Kazu. Your Spanish is very good. It's amazing how you're changing between the languages in Europe. It's quite remarkable. I only know a couple of words in Japanese, unfortunately. I'd love to know a little bit more, but I'm stuck with my very basic knowledge of a couple of words. Sayonara. Thank you very much, Kazu. Enjoy the DX, enjoy the pilot from Europe, and we'll talk again soon. Good morning and good night. Sayonara. Bye-bye.
Just waiting for his call sign. I don't expect that I'll be able to be heard by him, to be honest.
Muchísimas gracias. 7-3. Buenos días, Kazu. Chao.
His Spanish is excellent.
Sayonara.
Sierra Quebec 8 Romeo Mike.
I don't think we're going to get his call sign. Oh well, not to worry. Yes, hello, Stu. Yes, I do know I'm live. John, very good evening. No, actually, I was listening. What it was, Stu. I was listening there to a guy talking to a Japanese station. I was trying to pick out the Japanese station's call sign, but he's still there. This is the Japanese guy that's talking. But anyway, I don't think we're going to get his call sign. Let's have a little bit of a flick down a bit further, see who's on. It's a massive signal just popped up there. You've got him clear, Stu. Yeah.
Good evening, good morning.
Not very loud for me.
Alpha, Radio Canada, Oscar Marco. You're 5 by 8, QSL. Hello, Marco. Marco, yes. My name is Mike.
Is everything okay with the audio coming from me, by the way? I know a while ago it was a bit distorted. Is it nice and clear now?
Roger, Mike. Okay, thank you for the 48. You same. You
Brilliant. Thanks, Stu.
report. Good condition and not noise here. Okay, Mike. Thank you. Спасибо за ваш ответ, мой друг. 73. Добрый вечер. Ciao, ciao. Bye bye from Венеции, северо-восток Италии. Ciao. Спасибо, Марко. Спасибо. Thank you very much. По-русски спасибо большое. Good luck. Пока. До встречи. Пока-пока. Пока-пока, Майка. Grazie. Ciao. Calling 40 meters. Calling 40 meters. Calling CQ, looking east direction. From India, Zulu number 3, Charlie Lima Echo. India, Zanzibar 3, Canadian, London X.
Well, let's just call CQ a little while, see what pops up. There. Okay, let's have a look at... I like to try and stay on whole numbers. Full integers, I suppose that's the way of putting it. Just the fact that I'm a bit close there to a strongish station. Is the frequency clear, please? M0XMX. Is the frequency clear, please? This is Mike 0, X-ray, Mike X-ray. Just a bit too close. Let's try that. Is the frequency clear? Mike 0, X-ray, Mike X-ray. M0XMX, is the frequency clear, please? Hello, CQ, 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 CQ40, CQ40, CQ40 meters. This is Mike 0, X-ray, Mike X-ray, calling CQ40, 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 CQ40 meters, M0XMX. CQ40, 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 CQ40 meters, Mike 0, X-ray, Mike X-ray, calling CQ40, CQ40, CQ40 meters, M0XMX. CQ40, 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 Mike 0, X-ray, Mike X-ray. CQ40, 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 Mike 0, X-ray, Mike X-ray. CQ40, 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 Mike 0, X-ray, Mike X-ray. Haven't got you, Stu. Yeah, frequency is 7142 decimal 500. CQ40, 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 Mike 0, X-ray, Mike X-ray. CQ40, CQ40, CQ40. Mexico 0, X-ray, Mexico X-ray, M0XMX, calling CQ40. CQ40, CQ40, CQ40. CQ40 meters. This is Mike 0, X-ray, Mike X-ray. M0XMX, calling CQ40, CQ40, CQ40. Mike 0, X-ray, Mike X-ray, calling CQ40 and standing by. CQ40, CQ40, CQ40. Mexico 0, X-ray, Mexico X-ray. Mike 0, X-ray, Mike X-ray, calling CQ40, CQ40, CQ40 meters, M0XMX, calling CQ40 and standing by. CQ40, 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 CQ40 meters, Mexico 0, X-ray, Mexico X-ray, Mike 0, X-ray, Mike X-ray, calling CQ40 and bye for a call. Somebody tuning up right on my frequency. CQ40, 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 Mike 0, X-ray, Mike X-ray, M0XMX, calling CQ40 and standing by for a call. CQ40, 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 CQ40 meters. This is Mike 0, X-ray, Mike X-ray, M0XMX, calling CQ40 and standing by. Why do people tune up exactly on your frequency? Unbelievable. CQ40, CQ40, CQ40. Mexico 0, X-ray, Mexico X-ray. Mike 0, X-ray, Mike X-ray. Calling CQ40 and standing by. Unbelievable. Some people have just got no sense. Could you find enough of frequency to tune up on, please? Please QSY to another frequency to tune up on. QRZ, QRZ, Mike 0, X-ray, Mike X-ray. CQ40, 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 Mike 0, X-ray, Mike X-ray. CQ40, 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 Mike 0, X-ray, Mike X-ray. CQ40, CQ40, CQ40. This is Mike 0, X-ray, Mike X-ray, calling CQ40, CQ40, CQ40 meters, M0XMX, calling CQ and bye for a call. CQ40, 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 Mike 0, X-ray, Mike X-ray. CQ40, CQ40, CQ40. This is Mike 0, X-ray, Mike X-ray, calling CQ40 and standing by. Well, I think I might try 80 meters. I'm a bit bored now. 80 meters might be a little bit better. It's a bit noisy. It's got worse actually. It was about S5 earlier on.
No difficulty at all receiving you, and you're obviously copying everybody fairly comfortably.
Hey Terry. Is the frequency clear, please, M0XMX? (3724) now. Is the frequency clear, please? This is Mike 0, X-ray, Mike X-ray. Nothing heard. Hello CQ, hello CQ. CQ80, CQ80, CQ80 meters. This is Mike 0, X-ray, Mike X-ray. Mexico 0, X-ray, Mexico X-ray. Calling CQ80, 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 CQ80 meters. Mike 0, X-ray, Mike X-ray. Calling CQ80 and standing by. Hello CQ, hello CQ. Mike 0, X-ray, Mike X-ray. Mexico 0, X-ray, Mexico X-ray. Calling CQ, CQ, CQ. Mike 0, X-ray, Mike X-ray. Calling CQ80 and standing by.
Golf 1, Juliet Sierra Foxtrot.
Golf 1, Juliet Sierra Foxtrot. Yeah, very, very good evening to you there, John. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for coming back to the call. I'll give you a signal report on your next, but you can probably see it anyway on the live stream. But yeah, thanks very much for coming back to the call there, John. From Mike 0, X-ray, Mike X-ray, over.
Mike 0, X-ray, Mike X-ray, Golf 1, Juliet Sierra Foxtrot. Oh, good evening, Mike. You are a 5 and 6 into North Yorkshire. I am actually running my Racer 857B, just checking stuff before going out onto the moors at the weekend. But only running, I think, 70, 75 watts at the moment into the outset. But you're coming through okay. I thought I'd give you a shout. You sounded all forlorn there with no one coming back to you. Q1 Delta.
Yeah, thanks, John. I've turned the power up. I realised I was only on half power there. Yeah, you're just tipping into the red in actual fact. So just a little bit over 5 and 9. No problem whatsoever with the copy. Yeah, do you know what? I don't know what. Well, I just couldn't get anybody on 40 meters. I knew I'd succeed with 80, but I think 40 I'm probably just not strong enough for them. But anyway, either way, not a problem. Just having a bit of fun. Not necessarily looking for any DX or anything like that. Just thought I'd play a little bit of radio. I've been away this week, so hadn't touched the radio at all. So this is my first first play on the radio for over a week. So thanks very much for coming back to the call there, John, from M0XMX, over.
M0XMX, was that with your good lady and the dog?
Yeah? No, I've been in Portugal on business, only for 3 days. So flew out on Monday and flew back on Wednesday, just on business, and then where are we now? Today's Friday, so on Monday I fly out to Africa for a week, again on business. So again, not much radio next week either there, John. I'm not taking any radios with me. I'll be too busy, but I will have my laptop, so I can always remote in if I want to there, John, over.
Okay, that's great. Yeah, the Flex ecosystem is certainly a very handy thing to do. It was just a little bit too extreme for me at this moment in time. I still like twiddling my nose. But there we go. Anyway, I'll let you crack on and put out a call for some more. Great to talk to you, and you take care and stay safe. And that's the next Q1 Delta.
Yeah, thanks, John. Lovely to work you. Thanks a lot for being the first call in my logbook today. Yeah, till we meet again. Bye-bye for now. And thanks a lot for watching the live stream there, John. Take care, 7-3.
Yeah, cheers. 7-3, Mike.
QRZ, please. QRZ. Anybody else? Mike 0, X-ray, Mike X-ray, over. CQ80, CQ80, CQ80. Mike 0, X-ray, Mike X-ray. CQ80, CQ80, CQ80. Mike 0, X-ray, Mike X-ray. CQ80, 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 Mike 0, X-ray, Mike X-ray. CQ80, 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 Mike 0, X-ray, Mike X-ray.
Mike 0, Tango, Golf, Oscar.
Okay, that was a Mike India 0 station. I was coughing, unfortunately, so I didn't I didn't catch the last bit. So perhaps you can just fill in the suffix for me, please. Very good evening to you there, sir. The name is Mike, and I'm in Burton-on-Trent, which is slightly north of Birmingham and slightly south of Sheffield. So yeah, if you can just give me your call sign again, please, from M0XMX, over.
Very good evening, Mike. The call sign Mike India 0, Tango, Golf, Oscar, TGO. The name is Brian, and the location, we're about 15 miles inland from Belfast, in the countryside. Not a bad night, very pleasant indeed. Your signal report is 5 by 9, Mike. Over.
Oh, what's gone wrong? Yep, all copied, no problem there, Brian. Yeah, I've got you up on QRZ. Yeah, just to let you know, I'm live streaming this onto YouTube. I hope you've got no issue with being on that live YouTube stream there, sir. Got a few people watching. I've only been on probably around about 30 minutes or so. 27 actually. I've just looked on the timer. Just thought I'd play a little bit of radio actually. Very, very nice to work you, I think, for the first time. Let me just check. Yeah, I haven't got anything in my logbook, but that doesn't necessarily mean I haven't worked you before. But it's lovely to work you this time. And actually, you're a lot stronger than me. You're into the red, so probably around about 10 dB over 9. Lovely strong signal and lovely audio there, Brian, from Mike 0, X-ray, Mike X-ray, over.
Oh, thanks for the compliments, Mike. All very well appreciated. Yeah, your signal's good as well. It's definitely full 5.9. Just maybe slightly peaking over, but 5.9 is the report. Just watching the rugby here, Mike. I don't know whether you follow it, but Ireland are playing France in France. And I won't ruin the score for you, but I'm very pleased with the score so far, Mike. Over.
No, I've got to be honest, Brian. No, I'm not a rugby fan. I've got nothing against it, just not. I don't follow it. No, but I'm glad that it's going your way at the moment, without giving too much away to anybody else that's listening or watching this on YouTube. But yeah, my working conditions, I'm using a Flex 6300, which I'm actually remoting into. It's actually located at my friend's house, and the aerial attached to that is a full-size G5 RV, and that location is near Chester. So around about 60 miles away from where I am. It's got a lot lower noise floor, hence the reason for relocating it. But yeah, it's nice to work you on a Friday night. As I say, I just fancied playing a little bit of radio. I hadn't touched it for the last week, so I thought I'd just play a little bit of radio. And every time I do, or no, very often I do, I live stream it onto YouTube. And there's always people that take an interest and just want to watch, amateur radio in use, if you like. So you're a superstar there, Brian. You're on the movies. There you go. From M0XMX, over.
Okay. Well, I'm sure I'm a big disappointment for a lot of the viewers. Your location is somewhere that I wouldn't be terribly familiar with. I know the geography, okay, the lay of the land, but in terms of the details and the terrain and so on, I wouldn't be that familiar. Chester, on the other hand, yeah, I would have a bit better working knowledge of that. So just to give you an idea, we're about 40 meters above sea level here. One of the most interesting conversations I've had on amateur radio is with a fellow ham from the Netherlands, and we were exchanging details as one does on the air. He was quite blasé about it, that he was 8 meters below sea level. And I just can't get over that. But however, I know I know the terrain over there in the Netherlands, okay. But he was just so matter of fact. But I thought that was quite fascinating. But there we are, Mike. Okay, I shall shoot on. Yeah, you're the first in my log this evening, and I still keep a paper log, so I rely on my memory. And certainly the call sign not familiar to me. So the first of many, hopefully, Mike. Anyway, leave it with you. Enjoy the rest of the activation and on-air streaming. So we'll talk again soon. 7-3 from Northern Ireland. This is Mike India 0 Tango Golf Oscar.
Yeah, all copied there, Brian. Lovely to talk to you, my friend. Thank you very much for coming back to the call. Have a great evening, and I hope you enjoy the rugby, and I hope it yields the result that pleases you. And yeah, till the next time, 7-3. Take care. Bye bye for now.
Thanks, Mike. Well, here I'm easily pleased, so I just enjoy it. 7-3. Bye bye.
Thanks, Brian. Bye bye for now. QRZ, please. QRZ. Anybody else? This is Mike 0, X-ray, Mike X-ray. CQ80, 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 Mike 0, X-ray, Mike X-ray. CQ80, 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 Mike 0, X-ray, Mike X-ray. CQ80, 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 Mike 0, X-ray, Mike X-ray.
Delta Oscar, see you, Mike. M0 VDL.
M0 VDL. Sorry, I just keyed up at the same time as you started talking there, but thankfully you said your call sign again. So yeah, thanks very much for that, David. Nice to work you again. Hope that you're well, sir. Yeah, thanks for coming back to the call from M0XMX.
Yeah, quick correction on the call there. You, Mike, it's Oscar. Very dangerous operator. M0 video is the call sign. The name's Tony, and whoever that must be with the L on the end, must be Dave. I've been called many things, but never a Dave before. Anyway, good evening to you, mate. You're a lovely signal with me here into Leinster. That's in Herefordshire, and on the borders of Shropshire. You're 5'9", plus a little bit more at times as well. So very good indeed. 400 watts this way from the Acon 1000. The antenna is a 80-40 dual band double bazooka. It's up at about 40-45 feet to the feed point, 20-25 feet at the end, so in an inverted V configuration. And the radio is by Apache Labs. It's the ANAN 8000 DLE. Mexico 0 X-ray, Mike X-ray. This is Mike 0 Victor Delta Oscar.
Yeah, roger that, Tony. Sorry, I got you mixed up with someone else. I worked you a couple of weeks ago, didn't I? I remember you telling me about the Apache Labs radio, and yeah, your signal to me is it's going up and down actually between an S8 and 20 dB over 9, but lovely audio. So yeah, awesome. And I guess that the extra power is probably making you stand out more than me. I'm not sure what my signal is to you. I'm running barefoot from the back of the Flex, so 100 watts into a full-size G5 RV, which I think I probably told you the last time is located just outside Chester. I'm remoting into it, so but yeah, you got lovely audio, lovely rich deep audio there, Tony. Over.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mike, for the lovely compliment. You're 5'9", sometimes 9 plus 5 dB with me, but 5 and 9 more often than not, if you like. So very good. Yeah, I remember speaking before, and I'm just checking what. Yeah, I am. Yeah, okay. And I remember you saying that you sort of you've had your hand forced, haven't you, with regards to the antenna, moving it. So I think it was a little too noisy at your QTH, wasn't it? I'm sure you said that's why it was. I'm sure it was. You'll remind me in a moment when I give it back to you. But I think it's the story of everyone's, quite a lot of people's woes at the moment, isn't it, with the radio? I'm afraid things are, yeah, they're not getting any quieter, are they? Although I'm a little bit excited here at the minute because everywhere's having fibre to the property. I've got it here, 900 meg download. Can you believe that? And the same for upload as well. But a lot of people in the neighbourhood are all having this fitted. So here's me with a little glimmer of hope. All fingers from toes crossed, everything crossed. But getting rid of the old twisted pairs might just help a little bit. I don't expect it to get rid of all of it, but it may help with a great large portion of it, that's for sure, with noise on HF. So there we go. Okay, that's a long waffle. Sorry, Mike. M0XMX. This is Mike 0 Victor Delta Oscar.
Hey, Tony. Yeah. Well, that sounds exciting, doesn't it? Having 900 megabits per second into your house. Yeah, I don't even know what I would use that for, to be honest. But I suppose you get to kind of like a critical mass point where anything above a certain level is not required. But yeah, exciting. Let's hope it does sort out any QRM issues. Yeah, you're quite right. Your memory isn't failing you. That was the reason I was going to sell up everything to do with my home base. And I was going to sell the Flex, and I was going to buy an FTDX 10 to go HF out portable with. I've got an 857, which is a great radio, but I do like a bigger radio, let's say, to play. So I was selling it. I was selling the Flex, and thankfully a friend came along, and we did a deal whereby the Flex got relocated to his house, which is a lot quieter from an interference point of view, and I can still remote into it. So here I am now using it. I'm in Burton-on-Trent, and he's in Chester, and yeah, absolutely loving HF again. It's just usable. Before it was unusable, and that's what made me decide to sell up. So yeah, all good though, Tony. I'm really pleased that that's happened, because I do love using the Flex. There's no radio I prefer. Although I do like radios with knobs and dials and all that kind of stuff. I'm a computer guy at the end of the day, and having a piece of software on any laptop or PC that I can just use my Flex is just awesome. And the great thing is, it takes no effort to be able to use it. It literally is just kind of sign in, and within 10 seconds you're on the air. It's just awesome. So yeah, I'm sure the Apache Labs as well is very similar. I think you guys use a similar piece of software that looks a lot like the Power SDR software by Darren KE9NS. I used to use that for the Flex 3000 and 5000, and I think the Apache Lab software looks very similar. Maybe it's just not the same, but great software anyway. Back over to you anyway, M0VDO, M0XMX over.
Yeah, lovely transmission, Mike. Beautiful. From Mike 0 Victor Delta Oscar. Yeah, very good. Yeah, what a shame. You were to the point of almost getting rid of all that. I mean, that's terrible, isn't it? You've gone, like me and many others, to all the trouble of getting all your tickets, getting the top tier call and license, and nothing for all that really at the end of it. And I will say this: shame on our regulator, shame on them for not doing something about it. I think if we've been left in the dark, the day they took the license fee away was the day of our doom. Anyway, I'll move on from that subject. What a good deal you had though in being able to relocate that. I ran a Flex for some time. I had a 6700. I never bought it brand new. I'm not that rich. I was very lucky to get it second hand. And the one thing, and I say this to everyone, if you want an SDR and you're not that computer savvy and you just want to get onto an SDR and give yourself a good stepping stone platform into the world of it all, then the Flex is your thing, because it's so easy to use. I must give them credit where it's due for their simplicity with the operating system. The GUI looks beautiful, I think, very self-explanatory, very simple. Not too much on there to confuse anyone. And like you said, from a remote point of view, bang, done. Simple. It is a different story with Thetis. It is Power SDR. It's just been souped up, beefed up, if you like. But in some ways, in good ways, and I think in a couple, maybe not so good. But anyway, there we go. I did use it very, very lightly with a Flex 5000. Wasn't for any length of time though, so there we go. Okay, Michael, look, I'm conscious you want to work a few more stations. You don't want to be listening to my old gob waffling on. I'll let you go and work some more. But you're a lovely signal, sounding great from the remote. I would never have known you were working remote. There's no lag, no dropouts from it. No indication that you're running remote or anything. So very good indeed. M0XMX, Mike, back to you for any finals, and I'll leave you to it. This is M0 Video. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem, Tony. No, I'm not precious about how many QSOs I have tonight. To be honest with you, it's just a little bit of fun, and I think I mentioned that I'm live streaming this at the moment. Yeah, to be honest with you, well, a number of things. Number one, KE9NS Darren, the author of the Power SDR software. I worked with him, or not worked with him, but I conversed with him a number of times when I had my 3000 and 5000, and he's just brilliant. He's just awesome, solving problems, and it's all free. I'm sure it is as well for the Anan as well. But with the Flex, that Power SDR software was free of charge. And the documentation that he does, it's literally just a hobby for him, but the passion that he puts into it, and I must confess that was one of the reasons why I always said I would never go to one of the Signature Series radios, because the Power SDR software to me was head and shoulders above Smart SDR. However, I've got to be honest, having switched over to Smart SDR, I think, without trying to be critical, there was a lot of tweaks and customization that you could do within Power SDR that actually most people didn't want to do. And it actually went from being in the, I don't know, 2 years or so that I used the Power SDR software, it went from being a very, very good piece of software that was kind of, limited to the things that you wanted to do with it, to having so many features and customization abilities that actually it got a bit of a challenge to keep up with all the updates. There was updates literally every week or even more than that. And it was great, being from a computer background, I loved waiting for the next update and, finding what he'd done different. And it was always really, really exciting. But if you put it down for a month, you then have to remind yourself, how you do everything. And that, I think, is where the Smart SDR software really wins over, because it has got a lot less ability to customize it than Power SDR. However, it's probably because it's very, very intuitive. And one of the things that Darren said to me was the challenge that he had in those days was the platform that it was written on. And it was hard to kind of move forward in big steps other than scrap it and rewrite it all. So yeah, I must confess, I'm sold on the Smart SDR now, and whenever I see updates on Darren's Facebook page, I look at it and it kind of like makes me go a little bit cold, because it looks really, really, really complicated, and I haven't got enough time in my life to start learning Power SDR all over again. But there you go. Sorry for the long over, but really, really nice to work you there again, Tony. And yeah, I'll pass the microphone back to you just in case you got any comments, and then I'll say goodbye. But yeah, lovely talking to you again, Tony, from M0XMX over.
Yeah, lovely, Mike. Lovely transmission again. No, you're right. I think Richie, MW0LGE, amongst others, I forget their call signs now. The chap called Ernst Scott in America is another big player with Thetis now. And it's just, I mean, it's mind blowing what they've done with it. Mind blowing, all for free, as you said. And they've taken Paris SDR built from that and built what we've got now as seated. Protocol 1, Protocol 2, what are we on now? Version 2.1035. And you do, yeah, there is a lot to go at with it. There is a lot to go at, and it's not for everyone. And that's why I remember having this conversation with a chap called Sean. He asked me what was my opinion on an SDR, and I said this in the last over. I said, well, for someone, I said, and I know he wouldn't mind me saying this because I said it to him anyway. I said, somebody who's not particularly, he can use a PC, but he's not necessarily savvy then with it, if you like. I said, you need to put a flex in front of that PC. I said, because it's all done for you within that flex, and it's just so easy to use. I think sometimes a big part of why people don't like SDRs is because they might buy an Apache or a Sun SDR perhaps, and just be baffled by what to do, whether they've got the patience to do it even, or the understanding, so it puts them off, doesn't it? Anyway, so with these there is a little bit more user input needed, but very, very, very rewarding. I've never used a radio with noise reduction too, like this house, this software. It's absolutely out of this world. And of course, the diversity for receive, if you do suffer from noise, is out of this world. If you can get the diversity antenna right. And I think one of the other amazing things about this software is the pure signal. I'm using it now, and it's awesome. It does really keep the signal and transmission rather nice and clean. Yeah, it's just amazing. So, but look, the main thing is we've all got so much choice in this hobby now, haven't we? All the radios have got EQs for receive, transmit. They've got filtering that we can probably only have dreamt of a few years back. You know, the way things are. So it's all good. It's all good. Mike, thanks very much for the short QSO. Take care. Pleasure to work you again, and enjoy the rest of your evening. M0XMX. This is M0 Video. Now off and clear. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem, Tony. Lovely to talk to you again. And do you know what? When you was talking there, it's like I assimilated it to like photography, for instance. You know, you could go from using a smartphone to taking your pictures and you know take some pretty good pictures, and then you decide you want to go to an SLR, for instance. And you know, the worst or the best thing that you could do is to buy yourself a kind of like a consumer grade SLR that might cost you 300 or 400 quid. But there will be people out there with a lot more money, and they'll go out and buy a professional SLR that might cost them £3,000 or £4,000, and then they can't understand why they're getting really, really bad pictures every single time. And that's because you need to set the camera up and you need to know what you're doing. And so therefore, you know, exactly the same as with the analogy that you gave there. It's not necessarily the equipment; it's knowing how to use the equipment, and that's the key, isn't it? So yeah. Anyway, lovely speaking to you, Tony. You take care, my friend, and till the next time, which I guess will probably be in a couple of weeks. Looking at the frequency of us chatting, I'll speak to you again soon. Take care, Tony. Bye bye.
Yeah, lovely, Mike. And just one last thing. I compare them, Apple versus iOS versus Android then, if you like. If you compare the operating systems to that, I sort of compare them to that quite a bit actually. Yeah, anyway, enough from me. 7-3, Mike, all the best. Take care. From M0 Video. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. I get that analogy. Take care, Tony. Speak to you soon, mate. Bye-bye. QRZ, please. Anybody else? M0XMX. CQ80, M0XMX. Hello, CQ. Hello, CQ. Mike 0, X-ray, Mike X-ray. CQ80, CQ80, CQ80. Mike 0, X-ray, Mike X-ray. Hello, CQ. Hello, CQ. Mike 0, X-ray, Mike X-ray.
Mexico, number 6, Mike Papa November.
M6, MPN, Mike Papa November. If I've got that down correctly, that's Brian up towards Preston. Is that right? Over.
Yeah, I'm in Leyland. I see I've just missed Tony. Absolutely blowing my windows out. You're very strong to me. Q5 audio, you're about 9+20 to me. And yeah, I'm at Leyland in Lancashire.
Yeah, all copied there, Brian. No problem whatsoever. As you probably heard me saying to Tony, I'm talking to you using a Flex, which is an SDR, and that's actually located not very far away from you, just outside Chester. According to the login software, it's 20 miles line of sight. So yeah, I'm actually located in Burton-on-Trent, a little bit further down the country, more towards Nottingham. But I'll give you a signal report on your next over, and thanks a lot for coming back to the call there, Brian, from M0XMX, over.
Yeah, no problem. Yes, it's a pleasure to hear you wherever you are anyway. So I was listening to Tony. I always can recognise his voice. He's got that special tone in that voice there. But yeah, you're certainly making the trip up this way.
Yeah, well, as I say, if I was actually at the Flex, I could probably shout the 20 miles. But yeah, it's located just outside Chester, particularly because at my location it's just far too noisy. But yeah, working conditions this side, as I say, remoting into the Flex, and it's got a full-size G5 RV. And output power is about 100 watts. Well, no more than 100 watts because straight out the back of the Flex. So yeah, I'll give you a signal report in a moment, actually, if that's okay. Yep. Good evening, Duncan.
The FCDX10 this way. The microphone is the M-100 by Yaesu, not the MD, the M-100. A little bit dearer than the 100. And the antenna, same as you, full-size G5RV, but it is just over 14 meters in the air. QSL.
Yeah, Roger, your signal report is just a touch over S9, a little bit of QSB, a little bit of fading, but yeah, totally readable, no problem whatsoever. I didn't quite catch the radio that you said you'd got. I'm trying to look at the picture on QRZ. Is it an F? Well, no, I won't guess actually because I can't pick it out. But yeah, maybe you can just tell me that again, please, from M0XMX.
Yeah, the radio is the Yaesu FTDX10. FTDX10, but I do have quite a few radios here as well. I've got a few Yaesus. I've come down in size over the last 12 months or so from about 40 odd HF radios down to about 9 now in the Radio Shack as well.
God, 40 radios. I can't even imagine what that would look like. Yeah, it does become a little bit of an addiction sometimes, doesn't it? That need to have that extra radio for whatever reason. It's totally justifiable, I think. But no, over the last year or so, I've rationalised mine down significantly. At one stage, I actually owned 3 FT857s, which was totally unnecessary. At the moment, my kit, I've got an FTM 400 sat here next to me, which is for 270. I've got another FTM 400 in the motorhome. I've got the 857, which normally sits in my rucksack, but since the Flex has gone, it's sat here. And then I've got the Flex, which is in Chester. And then a few little handhelds. So that's really about it, apart from what else have I got? Oh, I've got a little Yaesu FT 2900 or something, just a little 2 meter only radio. So yeah, I've cut my my radio real estate down significantly, primarily because I've decided not to work HF from home anymore. Because the noise is just too much there, Brian. From M0XMX, over.
M0XMX, MBO returning. Yeah, the 857D, lovely radios. I've had loads of them. I started in the end. I was until about 12, 18 months ago doing a lot of dealing, selling radios. And well, Tony knows I've just had a quadruple bypass just over a year ago, so that stopped me doing that. But I was selling the face-off of the 857Ds all over the world. People were contacting me for sent loads and loads into Ireland. But yeah, I think I've had too many radios.
Frequency is in use, please. Frequency is in use.
The FT 5000, but I just couldn't get on with it. Really couldn't get on with it. But I've got a few old valve radios. 101ZD that is still looks as if it's in its wrapper. Works absolutely 100%. But I'm a collector of meters. I have loads and loads and loads of different types of meters. Bridgestone Waterhouse stuff. You know, big handmade jobs that look like suitcases. QSL.
Yeah, Roger. I must confess, I'm not into any of the vintage stuff. I'm a relatively new amateur radio operator. I think I've had my license for probably somewhere in the region of about 5 years, and I've only ever been involved with new stuff. And each to their own, you know. I know some people love the older radios. Me, I've never been able to. Well, I've never wanted to. I've just wanted to buy a radio and use it, to be honest. But I'm sure that there's a lot of enjoyment to be had from appreciating the older radios, and I know a lot of people use them, and a bit like driving an older car. I think they get a lot of enjoyment out of the way that they work and the way that the gears shift and all that kind of stuff. Me personally, I'd just rather pick up the microphone and just talk like I am here, using a computer with a computer headset talking into the internet. There you go. I'm going to sign shortly, Brian, so I'm going to pass it back to you for a quick final over, if you don't mind, and then I'm going to go QRT. M6MPN M0XMX, over.
M6MPN returning there. Yeah, pleasure's been mine to have the QSO with you. I've been looking at Flex radios. They look very interesting, but I don't know whether I could get my head around it. But there you go. Okay, press 73s and God bless. And nice to have the quick QSO with you. Hopefully we can do it again another day, another way. M6MPN clearing.
Yeah, no problem, Brian. Well, if you're interested, take a look at YouTube and type in my call sign, and then you'll actually see this live stream that I'm putting out now. And if you just look for the last 55 minutes of it, or should I say, search for the last 5 minutes of it, it's 55 minutes in, then you'll actually see this QSO between me and you, and you can listen to your signal and you can see it and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, just search my call sign on YouTube there, Brian. Okay, you take care, and thanks a lot for coming back to the call. As I say, I'm going to be closing down now. So yeah, good night, everybody. Thanks a lot for watching the live stream, and until next time, 7-3. Bye-bye.
Yeah, 7-3. Just give me your call sign once again. I'm going to write it in the log.
Yeah, Mexico 0, X-ray, Mexico X-ray, Mike 0, X-ray, Mike X-ray, over.
Oh, that's so easy. Okay, bud. 7-3. Have a good evening. M6MPN clear.
Yep, no problem. Take care. 7-3. M0XMX now closing down. There you go. Well, hope you found that interesting. For those of you that have watched it for a while, hopefully it was interesting. Hopefully the audio was okay and everything was okay. And for those of you that don't really understand what you've been seeing, feel free, send me a message and I'll try and explain what I've been doing, because I know that there's probably people out there that don't understand amateur radio and maybe are intrigued by it. So anyway, take care, everybody. Thanks for watching. That's exactly 1 hour from me. So yeah, I've had a good evening. Thanks a lot for joining me. Take